Hello? Salad jump scare. Hello? Is this thing on? Wait, ow! Is there something wrong with my microphone again? I'm pretty sure it's... Yeah, but it's... Wait, is it distorted? Oh, here we go again. What's going on? What's wrong with it this time? Really? Is it like... Huh? Yeah, am I distorted or what's going on? Because in terms of just monitoring the volume, it seems to be fine. Ah, this is turning out to be a regular stream, alright. Okay, I'm just gonna assume I'm getting bullied. Okay. Hello, Mega Man fans, to New Moon 2025 Cycle 5. It's All Stars, the first week. And we are joined by our caster, Soul Express, the soul and only.
The soul and only. I like that. That was so fire. Hold up.
Write that down. Write that down. Wait, I'm the one that said it. I'm not allowed to say it. Write it down.
Oh my gosh. It's good to be here, guys. Back at it with the Mega Man Battle Network, of course, that we all know and love.
Yep, I appreciate the support and excitement for the stream, so thank you so much to our regular viewers and also anyone that is catching it live, like Ryuzaki SF. Thank you very much for that. Alright, so if you're not familiar with how New Moon works, we run a weekly round robin that anyone can sign up for every week. And we run 4 cycles, so that is 4 tournaments. And the 4th one is called Blood Moon, which is where you bring your salty Splatoon try-hard setups, or theoretically that is how it works, but then people bring Coal Army and air hockey. I'm guilty of that as well, raise his hand, and other things so far, so we will see what people cook up this Blood Moon. But yes, Blood Moon itself lasts 3 to 4 weeks, so it is a very grueling tournament, and the winner that is congratulated and starting this year gets real prizes, like monies, but also things in the mail is what we want to do. So make sure to like, subscribe, and give me more money. Yeah, just make sure to go on our Ko-fi and give me lots of money. Thank you very much. Where am I going with this? Alright, stream is over. Bye. Just kidding. Alright, yes. So after Blood Moon, we need 4 weeks on average of break time, and that's also when side tournaments by the community gets run. So if you are not seeing any streams, that is because we are either on break or... Mega Man! Mega Man! Yeah! Mega Man!
Yes, Mega Man.
Yeah, yeah, so we are on break and we are now back. Also, fun fact, I think All Stars, Need for Link, and what was the other one? Urandom tied for the votes. Every player that participates in New Vote gets to contribute and vote for the format that they see in the next set of cycles. And so All Stars, Need for Link, and Urandom tied last time, and this time Need for Link and All Stars tied again. So we had obviously the best way to do the tiebreaker, and we are here of All Stars. Alright, I think we are ready to get into the setups. What do you think, so?
Alright, let's get it.
Oh wait.
Oh.
Hold on. This is All Stars, so first let's go into the screen explaining the format. Thank you again to Rouse/Rockin for this explanation graphic. Oh, sorry, let me throw it to you as well. So yes, Rouse has been making these graphics and jump scaring me with them in DMs. So that is very appreciated. Very, very, very nice looking, very professional, and saves you some explanation.
Very classy, yeah, for sure. This is beautiful.
So what is All Stars? All Stars is a completely custom patch made by Lucky Tysplosion. Because I wouldn't shut up about the idea for years. So thank you so much, Lucky Tysplosion, for making the patch. So in All Stars, you are not restricted to the crosses in your Cites version. You actually get to choose out of 5 crosses to mix and match. So that also means you can play Falzar crosses while using Gregar, Gigas, and vice versa. Yeah, it feels like something you'd see it in the official manual for the game. Yeah, that's a really good compliment until you see what the official manuals look like for these games in English, and I would say it looks much better than that. Yeah, and one interesting thing is that the beast you change into depends on your cross. So you can switch from a Gregar beast next turn into a Falzar beast, and you will get the air shoes and float shoes. So yeah, that is very cool. Thank you to Try for the $15 donation. Thank you very much. That will support our prize pool, and it's like I need to update the Ko-Fi prize pot thing. Ryuzaki SF in Twitch chat asks, what if you use Beast out when you're regular Mega Man? That depends on the version you have starting out. So you are technically still playing Gregar or Falzar, and that will be the one you go into. And I believe if you get decrossed, so if you lose your beast, cross beast due to a weakness, it will stay as that beast. So if you are decrossed as Falzar, you stay as Falzar beast. Okay, with that, anything you want to add to the explanation, Soul?
No, I think that about covers it. We're good to go.
Yeah, I think Rouse put us out of the job with the graphics, so very, very effective communication there. Thank you so much for it again. With that, let's get into setups. Okay, we are in setups for Mannerek versus Nugget. They did request that the EXE part of their name is added in text, but they understand that it's a little much to be saying that during the match. So yeah, we can call him Mannerek, so thank you so much for that. And yes, versus Nugget, who is going by Mole X Cross right now on the server, I believe.
All right, yeah, so let's take a look at these setups here. Mannerek, we'll go with you first. Pretty standard Navicuss build. Is a cookie cutter one that does very well in our tournaments, especially as of recently. You have the custom max here, so that way you start the match with 8 chips in your hand. And you have a great balance of stats with max speed, max attack, max charge, and a great pool of HP. Can't really go wrong with this build, especially since you have bug fix readily available to get rid of any of those pesky bugs and side effects. Usually a Gregar player would be pretty hard pressed to find bug fix if they're not in the earlier opening hands, based on the algorithm of how the chip folder operates with bug fix at the top of the folder. But in the beauty of this format, we have access to a different plethora of crosses from both versions. So we do have Dust Cross here as a way to sift through our folder in case we don't find that early bug fix, and to help us set up combos with that triple shot and machine sword that's in this folder. Otherwise, this is a fairly cookie cutter build. Got a decent amount of defenses in here. And of course, we got a couple of Recover 300s in here as well. It's a pretty nice build. I really like the one slow gauge, because slow gauge with either of these crosses, especially slash crosses, is going to be a very devastating turn to sit through if you're not prepared for it as per usual. Not a lot of area grabs in the folder, but it's not really the focus here, right? We're trying to use these other chips to combo together alongside the white capsule, and of course the summon blacks are there as well to combo with the triple shot. Now, the only downside I see to this folder is that you have this opportunity to run triple shot uninstall, but we opted not to do that. And it's probably because of the choices in mega chips in this folder, right? We have Element SP and Judgment SP instead of something like Ground Mare or Roll 3. Or, no, yeah, it's just Ground Mare and Roll SP. L doesn't have a mega. So, yeah, if that was a choice made here, you would have been able to combo that really easily with a uninstall. And since triple shot and machine gun are both in here already at star, you'd be able to attach it to either of those while you're going through your hands with Dust Cross. Now, looking over at Nugget's folder, a lot of people at home are probably wondering what is going on here. Is that number open? Yes, it is. Now, Nugget and I had a conversation not too long ago, and this might seem mean, but it's pretty calculated, right? Of course, we do have the option of charge max and attack pluses, so that way we still have some increased power with our charge shots. But number open gives us 2 additional chips in our starting hand, which is already insanely powerful. If you thought Cust 8 was really good, Cust 10 gives you 1/3 of your starting folder at the start of the match. That is a lot to think about. And if you do choose 5 chips, you're getting even further into the deck, right? So the theory here is that you don't need a lot of HP if you intend on immediately obliterating the opponent at the very early start of the game. This is why we see the Elect Pulses and we see the Fire Burner, Bubble Star, the E-Code Splash combos in here, because we're going to be going for an earlier beast out than usual. But the real finisher is going to be that Kernel Force or that Super Vulcan. That's what we're trying to find within the first 10 chips. We want that really high burst damage and to just completely steamroll the game as soon as possible. This is also why you don't see a very many amount of area grab in this folder either, with 1 area grab here, because we don't intend the turns to go beyond maybe like turn 5 or 6. If the battle is drawn out to that point, you may be on the cusp of losing already, because again, there's no HP value here. It's gonna be interesting seeing how Nugget utilizes this folder with the crosses available to him as well. Tengu Cross being the only cross from Falzar making an appearance on this build here, which is actually really good, because you don't really want Tengu Cross necessarily for its charge shot capabilities. You just want to have an easy out to Life Orb, because your game plan is halted if your opponent has just the right amount of defenses to stave you off. And Life Orb can obviously block an entire turn of Super Vulcan. So you want to be able to hold that chip in your hand and then be left the Life Orb off to immediately go for game as soon as possible.
Shattercoin in Twitch chat asked, I might have missed something in explanation, but isn't Tengu and Slash together not legal? Yes, which is... Wait. Huh? This is All-Star, so this is a custom patch format where you pick 5 out of 10 crosses from both versions, so you can play cross versions. Yeah, that's why we have the color coding as well, so you can see Mannerek has Slash and Dust. Dust and Erase. Stout Elect. And yeah, Nugget is choosing to play Tengu Cross as the 1 Falzar cross in theirs. So, no, there is no special clause banning you from combining certain crosses. It's All Stars.
It's All Stars, baby.
Your dream lineup,
yes,
baby.
Sir. You can mix the gigas up a bit. It's actually really cool for a concept. Notice that both players are using Kernel Force as well. just giving you a testament to just how strong this Giga chip is in reality, right? Yeah, Falzar has Meteor Knuckle, Falzar has Hub, but a good Kernel Force turn is just game over. There's really not much you can do unless you preemptively stop it with Geddons or Magnums or something like that, right? It's just that debilitating of a Giga chip to have in your arsenal that you might even see tournaments where Kernel Force is kind of staved off and you feel bad, like, oh man, his Kernel Force, he lost his whole Giga. No, it's good because because Kernel Force is just a ridiculous chip that does way more than it ought to be doing. So never feel bad for Kernel Force not doing its thing because it's actually terrible.
I don't know if I have enough confidence in Nugget setup as you do, Soul, because looking at it, it is really do or die leaded. Do or die.
Yeah, right. Diluted, yes.
Diluted, yeah. So he has 1,000 HP and he doesn't have any recovery chips. And he has Gregor, so you know his what we're calling neutral is good. He still has a pack 5, but he could lose in a single.
It's actually worse. He doesn't have attack 5. He has attack 4.
Well, he has the Buster up, but that's
up.
not ranked. Instead, he is using the ranked Dustman. I don't know if obstacles turn 1 is really that big of an issue, especially when it's all stars. So even the Gregors might be packing their dust cross. They got their dust pants on, and
the thought process is.
I just realized he has only one area grab.
Yeah, it's really intense. The thought process for Dustman Reg is that you're looking for turn 1 Super Vulcan. You're trying to hard dig for that. So if there's an object on the field and your opponent opts not to clear it out because they see your folder, then you need a way to get rid of it yourself. So that's why I think Dustman is here.
But he doesn't have...
This is all theory.
He doesn't have cursor chips, so they just put up a single anti-damage and the Super Vulcan is just gone. I think the 3 win racks is a little weird because he does have Tengu. I assume this is why he has Tengu. But I mean, I could be completely wrong. Who am I? It's not like I'm playing the game or anything.
All right, well, that basically covers the setups. I pretty much gone over everything, what the intentions of both folders are. Let's hop into the match and see how it turns out for Nugget here. I'm actually really intrigued because we theorized about it, but I don't know what it's actually going to look like.
All right, let's get into it once. Okay, we are in.
Okay, here we go. Starting us off, we're looking at Mannerek's side of view here. We do see the turn 1 dust, the full cust classic, a little over-relied on. I feel like this is not something you need to do turn 1. If you're going to do something like this turn 1, you see your opponent has rush, at least bring the Life Aura, at least bait the rush. You don't even have to bring Life Aura, just bring rush. Invis. Activate it, trigger rush, go into next turn. That's what I would do, at least, at the bare minimum. But we do see quick lock-in for Mannerek. It's a lot more involved for Nugget here. He has 10 chips to choose from. What those 10 chips look like, what they do, who knows, right? But we're looking for the early jump. Mannerek is just trying to dig and set something up. It's going to be a little bit over time before he can get his game plan into motion. Nugget's trying to capitalize on that time, which arguably isn't even a lot. Like, I'm even trying to wonder, right? This is kind of why the E splash is interesting, because you're trying to play control during that time to stop your opponent from really being able to combo to help you dig. So I don't know. Okay, all right, here goes. Electros locked in. Life 4 up immediately. That's actually really good. Right before the full cust. Okay, now your opponent has to do something to deal with it, which gives you the opportunity to counterattack, right? So what I can foresee is Windrak coming into this turn. During the Windrak, that's your opportunity to do something. Oh, you shuffle back that Invis. Ooh, that's scary. Actually, that might be a good idea because we didn't bait Rush earlier on. We'd waste time going for Invis because of Rush. I see the logic. Oh, this is scary. This is the moment that Nugget's waiting for. If you get hit, oh, there it is. Oh boy. Oh, we're about to see a lot of damage. Buster gun. Yep, good job. Wind rack. Okay, I expect to see a beast charge here. Yeah, you're trapped in the back row. Take some damage. Buster gun. Anti-damage. Okay, so again, this is something Salad brought up earlier. We need a way to deal with this trap. We already used Erase Man. So now, how do we clear out this trap and still put on pressure with our Super Vulcan combo? These recovers are going to be very important for Mannerek as well. Okay. This is really good.
900 damage turn one, basically turn two.
Yeah.
Away, so that was very good.
Yeah.
Also, wow, that is a really early Colonel Force.
Yeah. That is very early.
That is very, wow. The early recovery there is actually clutch.
Yeah, the early recovery actually comes in play here because of all that damage you just lost.
Oh,
nice,
wow.
Gun Del Sol.
Oh, they lost their own anti-damage by walking into... They have another one.
Okay, they get it back. Oh, the Lance not gonna hit. Oh, but this is pretty good, actually. Is this a frame trap? No, it's not a frame trap. Okay, he wants that beast charge. Okay, so the beast charge is crazy here because now your opponent is in a flashing state, which means they can't take damage for a little bit amount of time. So I think that's really scary for Nugget overall. Okay, going for beast charges. There's a lot of holes on this field. I'm not sure if I like Colonel Force here. Oh, we could even see beast charges from Tengu. Okay. Yeah, that's it. There's no way.
I'm kind of surprised the setup doesn't have gauges or at least invis.
Yeah. I mean, fast gauge can be a little weird, right?
True.
Because
yeah,
it can end your turn of Colonel Force earlier than you want it to. So maybe slow gauge, but you have 1,000 HP. It's so little. It's just so little. But there you go, Colonel Force showing you exactly why it is what it is.
So Nugget has Cust 10. Mannerek has, I think, Cust 7, and Mannerek pulled the Colonel Force turn 2.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Cust 8. Mannerek has Cust 8 because Cust 1's in the middle.
Okay. My bad. Yeah, it's only 2 off. Yeah, that's still very lucky to top the voter.
This is also a perfect match to test out the theory that Nugget had, right? Because Cust 8 versus Cust 10 isn't the biggest difference, right? Is it really that big of a deal? And this is answering that question for us. I think it's not just about the Custian size either. The low HPs, there's no HP here.
And there's no recoveries. Yeah, that's why I was very surprised. It's really do or delete here. Do or dilute.
Dilute, yes, dilute.
Like, Nugget doesn't even have bug fix, I think.
No, it's just all or nothing.
Well, I mean, the nice thing about it is, yeah, again, it's either do or dilute, so you don't need to invest that much time in the matches, I guess. That actually has, some value.
I mean, if Nugget gets his way, the match is over next turn. And then we start game 3. If Nugget has it their way. Or we can open Beast out.
Wait, so this is literally another turn 2 Colonel Force. literally at
like,
the very top of the folder, and Nugget only has life aura to stop it.
yeah, we could just
And
win
they're
the
gonna
game.
lose their anti-damage right here.
Oh, Dustman,
That's not
okay.
gonna help too much. Well, at least it's Bowser Beast, so that doesn't do as much damage. But he also doesn't have Tomahawk, so he could just get chain CC'd and never get to play.
Wow, yeah. This is looking tough. This is looking real tough for Nugget right now. I don't know. Okay, well, you have Element Man, right? You could do something really cheeky here because you have this white capsule. You can go Element Man, white capsule into like.
I mean, you could also just even use the Element Man ice if they don't step. I mean, actually, you have the full area. Oh, they're just gonna do this instead. I mean, gotta get the machine sword finish.
Yeah, gotta go for the style.
Nugget also only has 2 anti-damage, I think, and that was one of them.
Yeah, this is a big thing turn for Nugget because you have to pull something here.
He started Erase into full cuts from Mannerek, so that's actually good for him. But he doesn't even get the Beast Charge. He chose to do an eco turn instead.
Okay.
Oh my, yeah, that's literally a finish. I was thinking undershirt, but
yeah, no undershirt. There's nothing here. What an explosive match. Mannerek just being a better player than all of us. Turn 2 Colonel Force sounds good to me. And this is why I don't complain too much about Gigas in either version. Because Colonel Force is just ridiculous. It is just a really good chip. And if you see it early and your opponent just doesn't draw their outs, that's going to stick a lot of damage on the board. And there's not much you can do about it. It is what it is.
Oh, so you were really hyping up Nugget. I mean, but you also said during the stream that we get to see if it's viable or not from this one match. I was going to say a sample size of one match doesn't seem very fair.
Doesn't quite, yeah.
But I regret to inform you that I just looked at the challenge bracket, and Nugget has played 7 matches, and he is currently 0-7-0.
Oh.
He's got 4 remaining matches, though. There's hope and a dream here.
The problem is the low HP. I think that is the biggest problem. Right now, we're in an environment of the game where people are just bringing a ton of damage, right? Like, I feel like even more than usual. And then there's Gettins. So you're playing in a format where you're getting Gettined, double GVS 3'd, and then there's a bunch of damage coming out from chips, right? Some bigger players are even forgetting to even use their beast charges. Like, it's that much damage from their chip selections.
So Mannerek says, for the record, I lost all of my matches except this one against Nugget. Well, thank you very much, Mannerek, for submitting the match. Yeah, I don't know. Just for 2 extra cuts and the dust all of this, I just run a regular Navi cust and you will just have way more value out of it, I think. You can run like fast barrier too, or like if you compare the 2, right? Mannerek is cust. Mm-hmm. You're saying the difference between cust 8 and cust 10. That is, let's look at the setups again. That is 800 HP in difference. If it's another 300 if you replace the cust 2. So it is bugged as well, but so is Nugget. And Nugget doesn't even have attack 5. I personally am surprised that like, I get it was a theory crafting, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate that he actually talked the talk and went and tried it out. But like, you know, with Nutter Open, you can still run, I think, recovery 500. I mean, not recovery, HP 500 or HP 400 with super armor, and I really think that's way more value than Rush.
I agree. The rush is interesting here simply because you're trying to go for the Super Vulcan, but it's just not needed. First of all, when you get to the higher levels and you're playing your Arna Knights or your Player Zeros or your Salads, we're baiting the rush immediately, or we're not taking Invis at all until we have something to safely do that, right? So the value of rush kind of goes down. It's not like beat where you just lose a chip. It doesn't matter what chip you're losing, you're still losing a chip no matter what. And I guess you are technically losing an Invis no matter what, but you can lose Invis safely versus beat being like you just lose, right?
Well, you can play around both technically a time stop, but against Kernel Force, rush is really impressive because Kernel Force is a real-time chip. You have to have the opportunity to use Invis if you have an hour to activate a rush. But yeah, like I can't see Nugget ever getting the Super Vulcan this quarter. In fact, in this match, he didn't get the Kernel Force.
Didn't get it.
He got turned to Kernel Force both times. GG's, just roll better. And
the area grabs too were important for that as well, because you only won one area grab and the other banish isn't like tagged. You know what I mean? Like you can't even find it when you need it.
Like I feel like if you're going to go to setup, this isn't it for it, because like the Beast Rush, there isn't actually much going on. There's only one bubble store, so you're not even capitalizing on that much. Like it's a weird setup. It's funny though. I'm glad you ran it. So thank you for the content nugget. Thank you for thank you for running that. Thank you for running it so we get to farm this week for content. And yeah, with that's the end of the stream. So thank you so much everyone for joining the stream and watching. I appreciate the support. It really helps a lot for the algorithm as well. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, please do. And of course, if you're participating in these tournaments, as we do every week, especially since we're starting up again, submit your matches. Get your matches in. We can take a look at them on stream. We usually select a good group of the bunch, and we usually make them on the stream, right, Solid?
Yeah, so like let's go to the farm and explain how this whole thing, whole model organizer. Let's explain how this whole thing works, right? So I host the tournaments. Nerf made the spreadsheets, the system for the spreadsheets, so thank you so much for the setups. And then sometimes Nerf or players do help me put the spreadsheet together on time so we can launch sooner rather than later. Then people play their matches. We are our moon keepers. That's scorekeeper. Actually, yeah, I'll keep it scorekeeper here for clarity for people that aren't as familiar with my unhinged terminology. So yeah, people play their matches and they can voluntarily submit their matches by processing them using Tango, which is very streamlined, and then uploading them and submitting it through a similar process as signing up for the tournament. I mean, so after that, Honor Night, the VOD organizer, has to watch all of the VODs and pick out the best ones for the stream. And yes, to be clear, he didn't exclude anything. We did get exactly one submission this week. We have to have the submissions also, let's say within 12 hours before 12 hours before the stream broadcast, because there's quite a lot of graphics and setup I need to do in order to prepare for that as well. And of course, Honor Night being able to watch the match. So, I mean, one was submitted. That's all we can work with here. Last set of cycles, we also had something similar where we had like 20 minutes of random battles submitted during cycle 2. And then we had 3 matches submitted during cycle 3. And even in Blood Moon, in the round robin, we had not many matches submitted. So I don't know. I've tried. So just please submit if you want to see. It's a community effort, right? The whole point of New Moon is it's about the community. It's about featuring the community.
As far as VOD permissions go, is signing up for a moon considered blanket permissions, or do I need to ask each participant if they consent to having it on stream? I would say signing up for our tournaments is a blanket permission. Always check though.
Yeah,
because we obviously have our matches for the streams, but it's still courteous to be like, hey, you know, do you mind if I put this one up for the stream? So if they're uncomfortable with it, I wouldn't, but
yeah, I think it's pretty clear when someone is not vibing with the match, and they would be very, very upset if you submitted it without permission, generally. But if you don't want to read too much into that, yeah, like obviously for casual matches, it kind of sucks to be trying something else or have a bad day and go on YouTube and see veteran player Solex Cross gets completely destroyed by person that doesn't know left from right and has played 5 minutes of Battle Network 6. 1 million views on YouTube, going viral, getting TikTok clips for him, so on. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Gosh.
But you know, like that feels bad, right? Be nice to your fellow man. But yeah, for tournaments, I think it's fair to reason that it's, you know, people can't submit it, but we do have people specifically asking others not to submit when you know, the salt taketh over. But it's just not good. It's not great. They don't feel good about that match. And I mean, it would be kind of mean to not submit that. To submit that, I mean. But you know, again, like it's just courtesy, right? You want to keep a good relationship with your fellow Mega Man, unless they use dark chips, in which case,
yeah, no dark chips.
Yeah.
I mean, dark chips after the show.
Yep.
No dark chips.
Are there any further questions here? Thank you so much, China TV and YouTube chat. I'll be joining next cycle, so I'll try my best to upload stuff. Yeah, so why is this happening now instead of before? Good question, but also, I mean, to be fair, before we had quite a lot of players in the back room that played regularly in tournaments, like Honor Knight, Salad, Player Zero. Also Nara, because he literally sits next to me and I can heckle him to submit matches. So you know, we came very close at the risk of this problem for the streams many times in the, you know, the numerous years we've been running New Moon since 1998. Yeah, that's how long we've been running New Moon.
Sounds about right.
But like, so you know, the people in the bathroom have more perspective, and they see me going, "Why do we have 2 submissions?" And they feel within the goodness of their heart the willingness to submit. And so I guess since a lot of these backroom players are on break, you know, it's another element to it. But you know, we have 12 players signed up for this week. Well, 11, because it doesn't seem like K3 has played any matches since yesterday, as of checking. But I mean, we're all in this together, right? It's like your vote. You should use it or lose it, unfortunately.
Bottom line is, I love to cast. I love to give the energy. I'll give the energy even if it's one match that is put on display. But if you want your matches on stream, you gotta submit them, guys. I would love to watch your matches. It's a learning experience for you and for me especially. There's a lot of stuff I see on the stream. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's impressive.
Oh, you know, like you and Nugget theory crafting about this build and seeing what happened to Nugget. You were just like, oh, what a moron. Why would someone play something like this? Who would even think up an idea like this? What is wrong with this?
Yeah.
So Ralph saying in YouTube chat, or actually, yeah, this is YouTube chat, says usually, yeah. So usually I ask someone when I want to upload a match, I don't want to be so insensible to them. So like insensitive, yeah, exactly. So you know, be nice to your fellow ballers, unless that's just not your thing. I guess you put on the sunglasses. And you just wait to see if that's a problem. The mods have to step in or not. I mean, some people do that. But yeah, so Rouse is feeling inspired to join the tournaments and also submit their matches, I think. So to be clear, I know for some people there is a limiting factor of their computers are just having trouble heating up and they don't want to get it cooked while running the streams. I mean, while processing the VODs. So in a case like that, if you have a really good match, but you just, you have the hardware issue, DM me or ask someone to help process it and upload it for you to send back to you. I'm sure people are happy to do that. So Delta Fiend says, at least now I know how to upload matches without YouTube absolutely destroying over encoding. If you follow our guides on how to render VODs using Tango, you will have perfectly good VODs that is consistent with everyone else. You just need to use our encoding settings. I mean, Tango has the encoding settings set up for you. You just need, I think, 4 times size or 5 times size.
Can we use the bot to repost that link real quick? Like, is it readily available? Because I feel like that's a good thing for people to have. If
it's linked in, I believe, like when you submit that VODs, like I have it linked in the form. And yeah, we could update. I need to update the Tango video because Tango's evolved quite a bit since I made that initial tutorial video, so I could maybe do that. Well, Rouse is saying I'll help him as well with the VOD rendering. Rouse, I'm offering to you through the stream to render your VODs for you because I know your laptop is my computer is better. Let's leave it at that. So please don't offer to render VODs for people. I'm worried about your laptop, but I really appreciate the spirit. I mean, horrible matches you make in your match, while it may cost your Mega Man their life and their trust in you, it does mean us, the viewers, get to learn from your mistakes. Or at the least, we farm content out of it, which is, as we know, equally as important, if not sacred.
Do it for the content. Always do it for the content.
Yeah, so again, if you have an issue with uploading VODs, please just don't be afraid to ask in tournament or general. And yeah. Okay, with that, do we have anything else to say? Yay!
Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Me Man.
Mega Man. Oh yeah, I appreciate Rouse and also Soul commenting on the art for the cycle. I might have mentioned before, but I do actually stress out trying to think of a good idea for them, and they usually come to me last second. So I try to cram them in. But yeah, I try to. Sometimes I launch the cycles without making the art like this week because I just don't have the time for it. But I try to get it out for the stream so we have this, in our records for posterity's sake. Oh, did you get a new laptop or computer? Congratulations, I'm happy to hear that. Okay.
Ooh, fun.
Wow, 1 hour stream, we did it! That was an 8-minute match, so that's a good job, Soul.
I can talk a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'm also really good, as you see, talking about a script. I'm great.
Yeah, we did it. We took lessons on this. Thousands of hours of, learning and training for moments like these, right, Salad?
Yeah, we are so Barack. Okay, well, that stream is over. Bye!